Christmas and the 100th anniversary of the Federal Reserve. We all know how Congress betrayed the people on December 23, 1913, by voting in favor of the Federal Reserve Act. They did this near Christmas holiday when Americans were focused on other things. But do you know the other relationship between financial tyranny and Christmas? Jesus fought the banksters too in his day. Jesus Christ reserved his only violent act for the moneylenders. But this was 2,000 years before the Federal Reserve, and his society was using silver shekels. What evil could the moneylenders be perping if there was no Fed and no paper money? Jesus was enforcing the laws of Moses, which forbid usury. Usury means money monopoly and any interest charged to use it. Jesus names usury the den of thieves, or Mammon. Only the Bible correctly names the money power as the root of all evil. Republicans say progressives are the root of all evil. Progressives say corporations are the root of all evil. Libertarians say paper money and the Fed is the root of all evil. Anarchists say government is the root. However, Jesus correctly blames usury as the root of all evil. This is because long before Republicans, progressives, corporations, the Fed, and government, the money power was enslaving humanity. The money power exists entirely on its own. In fact, Mammon invented Republicans, progressives, governments, corporations, and the Fed. Mammon invented socialism, fascism, capitalism, and communism in order to divide and conquer humanity. Mammon invented constitutional republics. The money monopoly rules with a tiny minority through engineered conflict. The money power invents Hegelian dialects which don't threaten the genuine root cause of evil. Remember, for every 1,000 hacking at the branches of evil, one strikes the root. Jesus struck the root. Eliminating governments, corporations, the Fed, progressives, Republicans, socialism, capitalism, and even paper money strikes the branches of evil. Only eliminating usury monopoly over money eliminates the root of all evil. The Prince of Peace despised Mammon and tossed the moneylenders silver shekels. They used silver-based money monopoly to rule the people in his time. The golden calf is the icon for false idols which are controlled by the elite. Think about it. Silver and gold are controlled by the elite. Usury-free money is issued by the have-nots instead of the elite. Usury-free money is also free, just like barter. Jesus knew that the den of thieves would use various forms of money monopoly to wage war on the one love of the human spirit. He knew that God's children would be turned into permanent debt slaves with perpetual money scarcity. This is why Jesus demanded corrupt Jewish priests follow Mosaic law, which requires regular debt forgiveness jubilees. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy is the law for 7 and 50-year debt jubilee forgiveness. In his first gospel, Jesus read from Isaiah 61 and proclaimed debt jubilee forgiveness. Jesus' greatest passion was to fight the bankers. Jesus didn't want governments, banks, corporations, or the church to issue monopoly money of any form. Jesus didn't value gold, silver, Federal Reserve notes, or Bitcoin. He didn't worship commodities. The most precious thing to him was his children. He wanted all God's children to issue money themselves. By issuing money themselves, they would remain sovereigns without subjects. Our soul power is what backs spiritual money. He knew that if God's children gave away the power to issue money, they would be dominated by evil for centuries to come. Think about this as Christmas approaches. This is Jesus Christ's birthday. Don't give him something you care about. Give him your attention for something that he cares about. Get him what he was most passionate about. He was passionate about humanity resisting evil by following the law which requires usury-free money and debt jubilee forgiveness. Don't be distracted by dozens of Mammon's finance deceptions. Jesus is the way, the truth, the life. Jesus wants his children to issue their own money without monopoly or a fee. He wants his children to value themselves. He wants his children to grow up, follow the law, and emancipate themselves. He wants his children to live powerfully without perpetual debt and scarcity. Remember what Jesus said in Matthew 6:24. No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate one and love the other, or you will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and Mammon. Simply by using Mammon's Federal Reserve notes, we violate the law and serve Mammon. Using gold, silver, and Bitcoin does the same thing. Only by using your own money based upon your own soul power will you be following the usury-free law of Moses. Please take some time to think about this Christmas season. It's time for humanity to reclaim its sovereignty from the den of thieves. Our Redeemer showed us exactly how to do it. Regardless of what your particular cause is, it will not be cured until we reclaim our power. We can only do this by issuing our own money. History repeats, and we face the same evil that Jesus did in his day. The problem and the solution are the same. Joshua manifested debt jubilee forgiveness and heaven on earth. It was known as the Promised Land. Humanity will observe its true potential when we observe sacred economic law. The usury-free Jubilee has always been the only genuine revolution which threatens the money power. This is the path to peace, unity, liberty, and abundance. Hey, it's not your fault that you don't know this. The church has been sold out since Jesus' time. They work for Mammon too, as do all of our institutions. Here's the most important thing to understand. Whoever controls the money controls society. The money power can rule societies without governments and corporations. With money monopoly over gold, silver, Bitcoin, or Federal Reserve notes, Mammon rules humanity. Please realize we support the non-aggression principle. However, a free market for currency cannot exist as the bankers own all the land, commodities, and utilities. Even if we eliminate all governments and force, the money power will still determine which currency we could use. We would be compelled to earn Mammon's monopoly currency in order to pay gasoline, mortgages, and utilities. Even if 100 currencies exist, Mammon would still own the reward system called money. Therefore, Mammon will still get us to sell our souls to earn scarce gold, silver, and Bitcoin, just like we do today with Federal Reserve notes. Usury usurps. Usury replaced the natural sovereign with the money monopoly. Listen, if you value your children as Jesus values his children, you'll want for them to issue their money too. That means you need to start issuing your own money in order to show them the path to emancipation. This is no minor issue. Mammon is warring on humanity. Our food, water, air, and minds are being poisoned. Jesus recognized this and stood up and sacrificed his life for our debts. This is why he's known as our Redeemer. Jesus Christ gave us a model for spiritual resistance to evil. Mammon has usurped authentic Christianity and replaced it with a false, materialistic version. We cannot win a physical struggle with Mammon, as they own all the land, commodities, and natural resources. However, in the spiritual world, courageous Christ consciousness has the advantage. This is why we must back our money with soul power. Once re-empowered, our united souls in common cause will be victorious. Hello, my name is Wayne Walton. We've been full-time monetary reform activists since we woke up in 2008. In that time, we've made just about every mistake you can. In order to speed up the enlightenment, we've created a training video called 11 Mistakes Most Activists Make. We'll share with you what not to do and our spiritual secret weapons to achieve victory over Mammon. Click here to get 11 mistakes most activists make for free.